Welcome to this tour of Payentry NextGen. So again, welcome, and this is now your new main menu, or as we call now as the dashboard. So you'll see on the left-hand side of the screen here, there is your company name, a section for employees, and a section for reports. Along the top here, there's 4 widgets. The first one being when the last sync happened, which you can see is updating now. As you move to the right, this section will be for any new reports you ran. The next one is for the last payroll you ran, and the final one is for your active employees. Moving down the screen is where you're going to start your payroll, and below that are your quick links. So if you access our time management and hiring and onboarding features, this is where you'll go to utilize those items. To the right are also your payroll trends. You can view your gross dollar trends for a certain period of time. So you can do 3 months, 6 months. You can also customize your start and end dates for your viewing. Up here on the top under company profile is your demographics area. So this is where you're going to see your company's name and address, as well as any company contacts that we are allowed to talk with about payroll related items. So if you come in here and realize that one of your people are no longer with the company, we just appreciate if you call us, give us an email, a shout, and let us know of the change so we can have that updated as soon as possible. Going back to the dashboard, when you want to access your employees, there's 2 options. One, if you click on employees on the left here, these are your last 10 entered employees. Or if you just want to see all your active employees, you'll click on this blue widget. If you need to see termed employees, you would just simply click on the Show All button to give you your complete list of past and present employees. You can also switch your filter and how you're viewing your employees. So if you click on last name, it will put it in alphabetical order by last name. You also have the option to sort by employee ID, first name, home department, employee status. So whatever you're most comfortable with and like to see. And able to view an employee and do any amendments to their file, you just click on their name, which opens us up to this new snapshot feature or shortcut. It's just a quick access to those most commonly used items. So you can see over here is the address, birth date, those demographics, some payroll details like pay rate, direct deposit, deductions. You'll find the listing of their last paycheck, as well as a quick snapshot of their tax info and play. So just to get into an item quickly, perhaps you need to add a deduction. You would just simply click on deductions, and it'll bring you right to that area. So again, this snapshot view is just a quick access to commonly used items or things you might change. If you prefer a more chronological view of the items, we do have 4 tabs up to the top. So they are separated out by type of information. So under our employee profile section, if you want to go to demographics, you'll click on that. And you're able to view and make any changes, maybe street address or something like that, and save your changes. As you move down horizontally, your other items are easily accessible here. So you would just click on, if you're looking for emergency contacts, click on that tab. It brings you right to that section. So again, they're listed horizontally now, and now by grouping of item. Under our payroll setup section, this is where you're going to find things like deductions, direct deposits, fringe items, labor allocation, pay rates, any of those details necessary to getting your employee paid. Again, if you're looking for deductions, maybe you're adding a deduction, you still come to that deductions field, end date your deduction, add a new one, and then you can just scroll down to maybe add a different pay rate for that employee. Under our benefits tab is where you're going to find your ACA items if you're one of those employers with 50 or more employees, as well as your accruals are housed here, and your insurance and 401k items that also apply to ACA or accrual type issues. Under your history tab, you're going to find your pay history summary and your paycheck history. So quick way to view somebody's year-to-date running total or their check-by-check paycheck history view. If you're working in somebody, you can simply hit the down arrow and move to your next employee or hit the next button as well. So all your same information is still here that is in Legacy. It's just a nicer little view and easier access to those items. Going back out to the dashboard. When you're ready to start your payroll, you can simply hit the Start Payroll button or hit the cog down here below. Again, still gives you that option to see what description and pay period begin and end date you have. And it brings you to your payroll batch screen. So nice addition here are spots for payroll specific notes as well as company payroll notes. Then scrolling across the top is where you can add a batch, enter your time import, or create a manual check. Moving down below, you'll still see your check date there, and a great new enhancement is the addition of the estimated total payroll costs. A lot of people like to see this before they're close and submit to get an idea of what's going on. And just pay attention that this does not include our service bureau fees. When you're ready to enter your payroll, you're going to click on Enter Payroll Wages for that batch. And you'll now see what's comparable to your batch pay entry screen in the Legacy view. So you have your list of employees. You have your commonly used earning codes across the top here, your gross pay, and your net. You're able to just tab onto that regular hours button, enter your hours, and move on to the next earning code, as well as if you keep tabbing, it moves down to the next employee. If you have something else you wish to see up top here, maybe you want to see bonus as an earning code. If you hit your cog button over here, click on Customize, hit Add New Pay Grid Item, choose your pay code from the option list. Save and close your item. You will now find that in there and you can return to your batches. Anyways, when you add that new earning code, it will pop in here to the top list where you can simply add those hours or dollars you were looking for. So if you're a fan of the batch pay entry section or employee pay entry section to add hours, you can simply hit edit, where it will bring you to that screen where you can add hours here. So if you're missing an item, you can hit your down arrow, add possibly holiday, pops that in for you where you can enter those holiday hours. You can then hit the calculator button and do a preview of that individual's check. So, just again, as in Legacy, 2 different ways to enter your payroll hours, however you prefer. Another great feature, though, is the ability to add a second check right from the screen by clicking on your drop-down button, your add, hitting check, and it adds it right below. So you can then enter those hours for that second check and save your changes. Also, if you decide the hourly rate is not correct, simply by clicking on the employee's name, takes you right to that snapshot view, click on pay rate. You can then scroll down, make your changes and save, and go right back to your payroll entry. So no more having to get all the way out of the system, going back into employees and then back into the payroll system. Also, you'll notice these paperclip items. So these replace the notebook view in Legacy. So if you click on that paperclip, it'll show you that note you've previously entered to remind yourself of something. When you're completed entering hours for all your employees, you're going to simply scroll to the bottom and hit your pre-process register. You now need to review that pre-process register before you're able to close your payroll and submit. So again, you're going to verify that your hours, dollars, totals all match to what they should be. You haven't made any errors and possibly deductions that are coming out that should not be. You will scroll all the way to the bottom, make sure your totals tie, where you can verify your totals and either return to batches or close your batch. If everything's great, you're simply going to close batch. It returns you to payroll batch screen, where you can see it's working on your processing. Tells you your register is verified. Great, you've done your job. However, if you realize after you've closed that payroll that you actually did miss somebody, you can now reopen that payroll. You as well have to actually reopen that batch as well, where you can then go back into enter payroll wages, make your change, and rerun your pre-process register. So again, great feature in case you realize at the last second that you have missed somebody or something. Once you're ready, you can close your batch and you can then submit your payroll when you're ready. There is still the 1 hour sync time from when you close your payroll before you can run your reports. But we'll go back out to the dashboard. And when you're ready to run your reports, you can either click on the reports widget from the left or just simply click on this button right here to take you right to your new section. As you can see, a new function enhancement is My Reports. So where we have customizable reports for you as well. You also can create a report and save it to that My Report section. So to run your reports, you're going to click on Company Reports, and you have your list of items. So they're now grouped by type and section, also in alphabetical order. As you scroll down, you can look for what you'd like. And the other great option is typing in the name of the report you'd like to view. Click Employee, it gives you all your choices for employees. We'll run this employee listing report. To save this to your My Reports for easier, quicker review, you can click on this Display this report in My Report section, rename your report. You can even do your advanced options, sort differently, do employee, just make some certain changes as you normally would, and run your report. Now, when you go back to your My Report section, you will see that that report you ran and saved is now under My Reports Saved. So next time you come in, you don't have to go search typing in that long list. You can simply come here and rerun your item. So whatever parameters you saved under company reports when you initially ran it will also be true for this unless you come in and change those items. So again, great feature for My Reports, being able to save reports that you commonly run out here, as well as you still have your full list of reports available to you. So I'm going to go back out to our dashboard where your next payroll is set to go. So thank you for viewing. If you have questions, please contact customer service